Alright, here's just one last video for lesson 8.8. Let's talk about a word problem that you might encounter. I'm going to give you one that's an equation, and tonight for homework you have a similar problem and you just turn it into an inequality. Just pay attention to the language that they use, but the approach is very much the same. Okay, so here's a word problem. The perimeter of a rectangle is 34 inches. Okay, perimeter is 34 inches. The width is 1 inch less than half of the length. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Alright, so first of all, let's think about that for a second. What does it mean when it says dimensions? What are the dimensions of a rectangle? The dimensions of a rectangle, it's really just what is the length and what is the width. Right? So we're going to have to figure out the length of this and we're going to have to figure out the width of this. Now it gives us some important information. It tells us, I'm going to go ahead and fill in what it's telling us. It's telling us that the perimeter is 34 inches. That's going to be useful. Let's think about what the perimeter is. The perimeter is the distance around. So if I come here, and here, and here, and here, that's the perimeter. We can call this up here, this is the length, right? And then this side over here, this side is the width. And then this is the length again right here. Here's another length. And if it's a rectangle, this length is the same as this length. And then the width is over here. So if you think about a formula, the perimeter is equal to 2 of the lengths. That's my L for length. And I need 2 of the widths. Okay, I'm going to fix that. 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Fair enough. So far we know this. We know that the perimeter is 34. And we have some work to do about this. We're trying to figure out what the length is and what the width is. Let's go back over here to our examples. It tells us that the width is 1 inch less than half of the length. Okay, so the width has something to do with the length. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to use algebra to define these things. So my width, I'm going to have to write an algebraic expression for. My length, they didn't give us any clues really about the length, so I'm just going to go ahead and call the length L. L for the length. Back to the width. It says it is 1 inch less than half of the length. Okay, so if I take half of the length and I subtract 1 inch less than half of the length, that's what the width is. That's really crucial. I've come over here and I've defined my width and my length using the same variable, in this case the L and the L. Alright, I'm going to need this stuff right here and I'm going to take it back over here to my formula. Okay, so 2 times L. My L isn't changing, my L is the same, but now my W is different. Plus, I'm going to erase a little bit of this, 2, and we just defined 1/2 L minus 1 as our width. 1/2 L minus 1. Now we have the right side of our equation all with L. We still have 34 over here. Alright, let's combine our like terms. We have 2L. We have 2 times 1/2. I have to use the distributive property again. So this is 2L plus L minus 2. This is 3L minus 2. And don't forget that equals 34. Uh-oh, I'm running out of room here. Let's see. See if I can borrow some space with another whiteboard. Alright, so I have 3L minus 2 equals 34. That's a 3. So I'm going to add 2 to this side. I'm going to have to add 2 to this side. We're almost there. 3L equals 36. Okay, so then all we have to do now, 3L equals 36 is divide by 3, and now we know that the length equals 12. 12 inches, by the way. So if we know the length is 12 inches, I'm going to come back over here. We just figured out that the length is 12 inches. Oh, that's inches. Then what's the width? Half of 12. Half of 12 is 6. 6 minus 1. So our length equals 12 inches and our width equals 5 inches. We just found the dimensions.